Good day, people. My name is Ubaji Siakabakar Easy, and welcome to my YouTube channel. For more videos like this, kindly subscribe. Today, we're talking about S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders, right? So, the novel was written while the author was 16 years, and it is really quite impressive. It was published in 1967, and it talks about family life and acts of juvenile delinquency. Why kids go out in search of what they cannot find within their family unit. Kids want to look outside where they cannot find the things they seek within their family unit. Two major functions of the family as the basic unit of society are socializing and integrating its members into the larger society. Where it fails to do so, its members are forced to seek love, attention, and care elsewhere, right? Faced by physical absence of parents and lack of parental attention in their homes, many young Americans turn to the streets to adopt new families and friends that they pledge absolute allegiance to. And with this now, many children are forced into delinquencies, juvenile delinquencies, because they look up to their friend. And sometimes the adult world is such a distant world from ours, from this that of the kids, because adults tend to believe that they know too much about their children. Meanwhile, these kids live in an evolving world that we need to study and understand. We need to understand how they reason, or their point of view, how they approach the world. Right? The Outsiders tells the story of rivalry between two street gangs, or hoods, as they prefer to call themselves. These gangs are the Greasers and the Sochis. The narrator is Ponyboy, he is the main character. The Greasers are from the lower rank of society, and their trademark is their long hairs heavily decked in hair oil. Then the Sochis, on the other hand, are typically rich kids from richer part of the city, and they are known for their fancy appearances and cars. The battle for supremacy and the need to maintain an inflated reputation leads to several bitter and fatal clashes between the two groups as they slug it out. So the turning point for Ponyboy comes after Bob is one of the characters in the novel is stabbed to death by Johnny, who wants to save Ponyboy from being drowned by Bob. Ponyboy and Johnny soon become fugitives, running from the law. However, a heroic act, they managed to save the boy, some group of children who were trapped in an old church building which was on fire, and with that they became celebrated heroes. But then Johnny was badly wounded, and he was taken to the hospital, but it was not certain that he was going to recover from the illness, and after a while, after some days, he gave up the ghost. It's quite unfortunate to see that he was one of my favorite characters because of his meekness. But then, he had to be pushed into some of the things he did, because the bullying was becoming too much. So he reacted to bullying and had to kill a youngster like himself, and that was why he had to be on the run with Ponyboy. But at the end of the day, it's unfortunate that he lost his life. Quite unfortunate. So, but however, peer pressure, juvenile delinquency, the laxity in parenthood happens to be one of the most of the focal points in the novel. For instance, peer pressure has a great influence on gang life. Gang members feel the need to live up to the image of the tough guy. They are easily attracted to violent and dangerous acts such as stealing, fighting, because they want to show their peers that they really are they know what they are tough. They want to show that they are tough, that they can slug it out on the street, survive on their own. And this maybe pushes them into juvenile delinquencies, and most of those acts, some like character like 2-Bit, for instance. 2-Bit doesn't steal because he needs the things to steal. He steals to keep up the reputation of being one of the fastest hands in the society. Juvenile delinquency is often the author gave one of the reasons for juvenile delinquency that it's also is often caused by laxity in parenthood, in parenting. Americans do not want to be too strict with their children. They allow their children to do as they want, and because of this, children tend to misbehave because they can't see a modicum of control in their lives. Nobody's there to tell them what to do, how to behave, how to do things, and they take things as they come, as it comes. They do as they want, and nobody tells them, "Hey, don't do this or don't do that." So that becomes a major issue, and that is what the author explores in the novel, right? Then, but we come to see that parental neglect and care can come in various ways. It can come as a result of children having abusive parents or parents being absent physically, physical absence of parents. It can come also as a result of parents not looking out for the children, not being involved or being part of whatever is going on in the children's life. They allow the children to do as they want, and so these children turn out to form street gangs and participate in acts of juvenile delinquencies. So that is basically what the novel is about. So, but I think the novel is quite interesting. It tells you about friendship, love, loyalty, and the human need for a sense of belonging. It's also an awakening to the American society that they have to look after their children, play more active roles in the life of their children, be like a kind of control switch in their children's life, and try to make certain choices or guide them in making certain choices in their life. This is very important in the novel. So thank you very much for listening to the end. I'm sorry for the whatever distractions or noises are coming from the background. I really appreciate your watching this video. Stay tuned. There is more to come in the future. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.